Hey, perfect spirit. I'm Sam the Miracle Man. Now let's create a miracle in your life right here, right now. No time for delay. All right, so if you're new to my channel, welcome. I talk about getting rid of our head trash, which is all this noise that's creating stress, anxiety, worry. We need to throw that out and get in touch with our true self, remembering who we are. Then this harmony happens, this synchronicity. So if you're an old friend, hello, welcome back. So today I want to talk about finding your own cure. I know when I was dealing with bipolar, MS, psoriasis, there was really no cure. There was really no answer out there to solve this issue within the body. But we have to realize the answer, well, you'll never find the answer outside yourself. Outside yourself is simply tools, aids. The real answer is within you, but not trying to use your intellect, not trying to think about it. Because if I told that I had to heal myself, that would have been too big of a leap for the mind to accept. Just way too big. I lived with this for 20 years, 30 years. How's that going to go away? And there's just this head trash, this noise, just keeps it locked into place. So it's learning to quiet this nonsense down so you can hear your own whispers, your own insights, to have your own knowing on your way to heal, to cure yourself. And we have to realize that I'm not the exception. Yes, I did this, but you can do this as well because I'm human just like you. But in truth, we're all perfect spirit dressed in this human costume, if you will, this human body that's here for our spiritual experience. So we are this spiritual being having the spiritual experience within this human body. If this makes absolutely no sense to you, look at old photographs of yourself, maybe when you're 5 years old, 10 years old, 20 years old. Just look at your photos throughout the years and just ask yourself, where did you go? Think about it. Look at all these photos. Different body, different body, different body, different body. Where did I go? No place, because you are consciousness. You are the witness, the observer, the soul, the spirit, that we don't want to get hung up on language. Just that which can't be described. So first step is just quiet the mind, just learning to be present, to realize I'm either in the story or right here, right now. Also, let go of any concept of healing. Don't attach to an outcome. It just keeps the head trash going, gives it fuel, creates a block. So you don't even think about the outcome. You want to think about the task at hand. As the Bhagavad Gita would say, focus on your labor, the task at hand, not the fruits of your labor, the outcome, the goal. Because that goal is actually going to create a limitation. Either it's going to create a limitation or a story that's going to block you from being an expression of your greater self, to allow the inner to match the outer. So that's the next thing, you have to be mindful of that. And just learn to be here in this moment as you're going throughout the day. I met many angry meditators, or the meditators that are not meditators. If you run into them, you'll be like, they meditate? But he seems so anxious, so loud, so aggressive. Because that's fine, you can meditate in a controlled environment, but life is about living, not sitting in a controlled environment. So when people are coming at you, making you stressed, worried, anxious, just learn to be present with that. Because you're feeling stressed, anxious, you're up in here. So it's about learning coming back into this moment to the best of your ability. You don't want to judge yourself. You don't want to criticize yourself. And you don't want to judge other people. You don't want to criticize other people. You want the mind to settle down. It's not your job to criticize others. And it's really dangerous to yourself to criticize yourself, to judge yourself, to condemn yourself. Because that keeps you stuck in your misery, keeps you stuck in the mud. So you're here to be a free spirit, to enjoy life, to celebrate. So the cure is within you, but it's a step-by-step journey And there's a couple steps, don't talk about healing. Don't focus on the outcome. Focus on quieting the mind, finding peace. Because peace is the energy of transformation. All your power is right here, right now. It's not in a book. It's not intellectualizing, thinking it out. It's not in a video. It's not doing this or that outside you. It's really learning to tap into your connection to all that is, to consciousness. Because all things are possible when you dive into here. So I'm not the exception. You can do this too because you are the perfect spirit. But are you willing to do the work? That's the question. Because that doing the work, change, is very hard for the mind. The mind is comfortable with the uncomfortable. The mind will resist change. The mind does not care if you are in pain and agony. It's familiar. So it will keep you in that pattern because familiarity brings comfort to the mind, and it also saves energy. The brain loves to conserve energy. That's why we get these subconscious programs, to save energy. And to chart a new way takes more energy, takes more reserves. And the mind's trying to preserve the reserves. So we just have to see that change is hard. I'm going to take a leap of faith into me, to believe in myself. Do you believe in yourself? Are there any doubts on your abilities? These are key questions to ask, because if there's doubts, there's disbeliefs. That's a head trash block. So maybe you just need to start working on quiet the mind some more. But there is ultimately no one way to do this. The way to do this is your way. What is your way to quiet the mind, to come into this moment? Is it playing sports, doing exercise? Is it cross stitch? What is your practice to stay present? And it's not going to be TV watching unless you do a TV watching in a mindful way and not get lost in the stories. When you get lost into the stories, then you're going below thought. You're going into areas that are not very good for the mind. So you're mindlessly watching TV. They're just adding more programming, maybe more fear, more stress, more things to be anxious about. So just realize the cure is right here in this moment. And just realize the body does what the body does. So we don't want to fixate on the body and what it's doing. We don't want to compare the right hand with the left hand. We don't want to do this kind of comparison because they're each individuals. And sometimes if there's something wrong with this hand and you're saying it doesn't match this hand, it creates a conflict. You just be at peace with this hand the way it is right here, right now. And it makes things drop into harmony. The synchronicities, the miracles happen. When you let go of all judgment, all criticism, simple as judging two hands is unhealthy. They do what they do. So just relax, be here. Don't try to intellectualize. So right now, where are your feet? What do you see? What is the color of this background? Get yourself back into this moment. To mindfully watch a program, a video, is to notice the color of my shirt, my hair, the background. Hearing the words. Can you hear words without labeling, without judging them, and just let them flow through you? Or notice how the mind wants to cling to certain things. We want to let go of the clinging and just be here, enjoying life, celebrating life. That you have immense power within you. This is what I talk about on Sunday, the Superhero Sunday show, is that you are the superhero. You can do all things. There's nothing limiting you. It's just simply this illusion up here that's creating a limitation. We need to separate ourselves, to remove that, throw it out, burn it up. But just realize it's going to come back. The mind's a hoarder, loves to collect garbage. So every day you need to sit in a practice perhaps to clear this out, or a mindfulness practice. You just have to find your way. I like to do daily mental showers to wash away all this stuff that doesn't serve you. What beliefs did I pick up today? What opinions? What stories? What did somebody tell me that triggered me? Why did it trigger you? Where is that story? Let me root that story out and throw it out. And I really recommend people learn to throw out the head trash before a life crisis hits, a long-term illness, cancer, whatever it may be, loss of a loved one. Something's going to happen in life. We're not immune from trauma. So we want to prepare, get this tool in place. So if something does happen, you know how to clear it out. So it doesn't cause a paralysis, like a thought paralysis where you're afraid to take action. You're afraid to step into your truth. We want to take action before that happens. Because yes, you can do this practice in the middle of chaos, but it's more of a challenge. A lot of people are surprised that I got out of an ailment that I had for 20, 30 years because I was in the midst of it. But I learned to push through that noise, those distractions, and keep myself here in this moment. It's a step-by-step journey. I don't know what your third step's going to be. Spirit will give you the next step, and the next step, and the next step. The mind will plan out everything. Spirit just works step by step. Not concerned with the time, very patient. Just gives you the next step when that moment is right, when the time is right, when things got into a certain harmony, a certain balance, or like a domino effect, if you will. All right, I think that's an explanation of how to find your cure. That we all have this ability. So whatever is ailing you, there is a way out. Let me know if you need help. Send me a message. Reach me out to headtrashanonymous.org. Join the Facebook group. Or perhaps join me at the circle at the end of April, where we're going to talk about releasing past trauma. And I'm doing early bird tickets too, so you can save 50%. Because I ultimately want you to step into your power, your truth. You live in your body. I don't. Others are just guessing what's best for you. But realize it's your body. It's the body. So you don't want to identify completely with the body. You want to nurture it. You want to take care of it. But you don't want to be so fixated and attached to it. You want to obsess about this body. That's just going to cause issues. All right. I think that's it for today. Take good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.